What's going on, people? Welcome back to the Gooms Podcast. We have got a banger for you guys today. Before we get into it, make sure you hit that subscribe button as we are on the way to 1,000 subscribers. Enjoy the episode. Peace!
You can get a singer who's not a star, a singer who's not a pop star. Like it's all. There's a lot of like things that go into it, innit? And to have all of that it takes a lot of work.
Yeah.
Someone like Michael Jackson was working on that since he was 4 years old.
Boy, he had the star though.
He had, but it took a lot of work. A lot of it is God-given talent, innit? But for me, I always say that hard work beats talent when talent gets tired, innit?
Facts. I agree with that.
And that's my thing that I just carry with me, and I always say that shit, innit?
Dope. Yeah. Talk about a fucking opening line.
It's a good one, isn't it? Are we rolling? Are we?
Yeah, we're rolling.
Yeah, is it? Yeah, I didn't even know.
Just like that.
Welcome back to the Gooms Podcast, man. Episode 31. Episode 31, we've got a very special guest today.
Thank you for
having me.
having me.
Like to introduce yourself, bro. Thank you for coming down as well, man.
Thank you for having me. Pleasure's all mine. I'm Zach Koullas. I'm 26. I'm from London. And
26?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Crazy, right?
I thought you were like
violated.
No. And maybe we can cut that part out. But yeah, no, I'm Zach. I'm a singer from North London.
Bro, the new tune's hard.
Thank you.
You know, like how Spotify does you like playlists?
Yeah.
And I was listening to one the other day and it came on. I was like, shit. I was like, bro, I was like, this is hard, man.
That's the
we can go Vegas or we can go
Seychelles.
Hey,
do you know how many messages I've had from people just saying like, okay, is it Vegas or Seychelles? Then like, which one are we going to? I'm like, none. Not for you anyways.
What, like bad things were messaging you, asking you?
Yeah, there's more girls that want to go to Seychelles with me.
You know what? I bet that. What do you do? Yeah, I'm a singer.
Yeah.
That one works.
To get you bad things.
Does it get me bed?
Bro, how is that your first opening line? Not how
I'm
are
actually,
you?
This is the topic we're on. It's the topic
trying to lotion me in a little bit.
It's the topic we're on, does it?
I wouldn't say it's like the forefront of like getting girls, but
yeah, obviously game.
You need game. Like you can't just walk up to a girl on the street and be like, "I'm a singer. Do you like me?"
No, just sing. Just sing in area.
Yeah, and that as well. But no, it's more like, "What do you do?" And then as soon as you say singer, they're like, "Oh, like the first thing anyone will say
Instant
to me is,
interest.
sing to me." Like sing to me now, then, and it's like
I bet that pisses you off.
If I'm in a club, it's like how do you want me to sing to you?
No,
right
the
now?
only thing I
Go
can
and get on the mic with the
Yeah.
DJ.
like fucking Chunks and Chris Brown came and got violated. Remember?
That was a good video. Chunks is sick though. Shout out Chunks. I like Chunks.
The closest thing that I can say to that is like, oh yeah, I'm from Cyprus. I'm Greek Cypriot. Oh, speak Greek then.
Yeah, it's
Like-
it's that.
No.
It's like I'm not a gimmick in it, but obviously, someone asking me to sing, it's like that's what I do. So really and truly, I should just do it for you there on the spot. But if you want to come and see me, buy a ticket to the show.
Well, I want to just like bring it back to the start. Basically, like, when did this whole journey of music start for you? Has it been something that you've done your whole life, or is it something that kind of came recently? Or I actually don't even know this either. So
Yeah, it's nice. I like telling this story. So from just being a child, like I used to just sit in front of the TV as far as I can remember. Like my mom actually showed me a picture the other day, and it's of me with a microphone, and I'm probably like 5 years old. I had like shades on, I had a dressing gown on, and I had like a bottle of milk and a microphone in my hand. I'll try and get the picture.
Why the milk?
Just that's what I used to drink when I was a baby, innit?
I thought there was a reason for it.
No, it's what I liked, innit?
I still like milk now.
Yeah, exactly. So I used to just stand in front of the TV. I grew up on like Michael Jackson, Usher, Justin Timberlake, Boyz II Men, like
bad boys.
Yeah, huge artists. And I used to imitate. So I'd sit there and I'd imitate Michael Jackson, I'd imitate Usher. And then getting older, like as going through school and stuff, I just used to get music. Like I used to wear a lot of, like, I loved football. I've played football all my life, obviously. But like where everyone in my year was obsessed with playing football, and it was like, I would go and play football, but if you gave me the chance to go and sit and listen to music, I'd rather do that. So I think I was about 7 years old, and I was at my best friend's house, and we were just chilling, playing, and I just remembered a song from the radio. I can't even remember what song it was, but I started singing that song just to myself, because I just thought, we were playing like, you remember the little wrestling action figures?
Yeah.
I was playing with those. And I started singing, and then his mum turned around to me and she was like, do that again. So then I done it again, and she was like, you can sing. And in my head, like, obviously the whole time leading up to that, I was like, I wonder if I can sing. Like, I just needed confirmation. And then she turned around, she was like, you can sing. And then from that day onwards, I was like, cool, this is what I'm going to do. And like my parents are like really supportive with me. So just getting older, going through school and stuff, obviously you have to start thinking about like, they pressure you to think about uni, and all these sorts of things. And it got to like year 11, I decided I was going to do my A-levels. And then at the end of A-levels, or like, I think it's after the first year, they start telling you to go and see unis. And I got to a stage where I had like a stack of uni prospectuses in my room, like this high. And I was just flicking through them and I was thinking like, none of this is for me. Like, it's not music. Man. So after that, I had the conversation with my parents. Like, we sat down and they said they fully support me. But they said, if you're going to do music, you have to do it properly. Like, it is no half-heartedness about it. So
give it your all, innit?
Exactly. You give it all your all, you don't do it at all.
Do you think you have been giving it your all?
Yeah, I could work a little bit harder in some, like, music is a very difficult thing to like benchmark, because when I speak to people about music, they're like, oh, are you doing well? Like, how's it going? It's like, define doing well. If doing well was getting a number one, then absolutely not.
It's selling out the O2.
Do you see what I'm saying? But like making the correct steps into it. Like, I think I came out of sixth form and then I started like writing music and working with people. And I didn't release my first song until like 2019 maybe. And then the whole like lockdown thing happened, and that's when I really started to like, it hit me like, this is what I have to do now, because I think lockdown put into perspective for everyone, like, life is a crazy, crazy thing. So if you have something that you love doing, do it. So yeah, when it comes to music, like, that's just my way to express myself, and not just to express myself, like, it's my career, it's my job. But yeah, so that's where it all kind of started.
It's just something I was curious to ask before, like I had in my head. Bro, what's the bag like? Obviously, as a smaller artist, like, is it enough for you to live on, or no?
That was actually what I was gonna say. Are you like just doing your music every day?
So music, like, the bags are different. You can get a bag from different places. So streams, you're not really gonna make a big bag of streams until you're doing
big numbers
in the millions. Like, I don't want to say hundreds of millions, because to put it into context, I think last time I checked, 1 million streams is 4 bags.
So is that it?
Yeah.
You have to put another. What is that? Obviously, just off one platform.
Yeah, so like 1 million streams on Spotify pays the I don't know if it's the best or the worst, but it's one of the two. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, all the different platforms are slightly different in what they pay. But a million,
it's around that.
Ballpark, 1 million streams is about 4 bags, and that's taken into consideration. Like, for me, I'm an independent artist. Paying for mix and masters of songs, studio time, content, literally everything you have to
and pushing it as well, bro.
Yeah.
Even like the biggest artists, bro, you're scrolling through your Snap, they've put a new song on, you know about it because there's a sponsored ad there.
Exactly. And think how much they're paying. They're getting paid for those ads. Like, I've seen some numbers that big Snapchat accounts get paid for like one story. It's crazy numbers.
Yeah.
I think it was Bryce Hall. It was like 50
I think he's
racks.
got the biggest.
Oh, I saw that.
50 racks for one post.
He kills that on Snapchat.
He's got the biggest, though.
Crazy.
He's mad active.
So yeah, it's fun. Like, the bag isn't great until it's great, if that makes sense. It's like nothing, and then as soon as you hit a certain level, it goes up. But then obviously, such is life, like, your expenses go up. So you could be making like a good bag from music, but your expenses are still sky high. So the profit isn't.
What are the expenses though? Like the after parties.
You just said, bro.
I'm only messing.
Yeah, like,
the girl them that ask him to sing and then takes him out on TT.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about. The after parties.
After parties are good though. After parties is like one place for an artist to go and network with people. Just anyone in general.
You find yourself at them a lot.
Yeah. Like, not like every weekend.
It's easy though in London, bro, because there's always something.
In London, there's something. Like, I've met so many people just going out in London. Do you name drop on this podcast or not?
Yeah,
like, I don't like name drop.
Fucking name drop.
But you don't have to if you don't want to. It's up to you.
Nice, calm. I'll say it.
No, you have to, bro. We need the clips.
Yeah, no, it was sick. I was out in London, just in a club, and I was just in there chilling, doing my thing, and I noticed someone like walk across me, and you know when you like double take, I was like, hold on a minute. And I looked up and it was Lewis Capaldi. And like, he'd looked in, like, I was with my boy and he looked in our direction, but I was just like, obviously I'm not going to run up to him in a club and be like, yo, bro, like, I love you so much. Like, you're so, yeah, like a fan. Like, I wasn't going to, just everyone's chill. Like, and it was like a sort of place where he wasn't getting hounded because it wasn't in the public. Like, it was in a club, like, everyone's there to enjoy themselves. And then, funny enough, as he was walking towards, like, he might have been going to the bar, but he was walking towards us and he'd stopped. And he looked at me and my boy, and we both had sunglasses on. Like, obviously I wear like sunglasses if I go out and whatever.
Did he make a silly comment about
No,
the shape?
he was like, he looked at us and he was like, yo, like, you two look cool. And I was like, oh, thank you, bro. And then we just started having a conversation. And he said to me, he was like, oh, like, I'm Lewis, nice to meet you. And I was like, oh, I'm Zach, like, lovely to meet you, bro. Like,
We met Lewis.
Yeah, I was gonna say we met him at the UFC, bro, and he's bare humble.
Nice,
Like,
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 nicest
like
guy.
exactly
I think he
our
bought-
experience.
He
with
bought
him.
us a couple of gins as well at the bar, didn't he? I got him to say subscribe for my YouTube and everything.
Is it?
He said subscribe to class.
yeah, the nicest guy. Like, we
Yeah.
were talking for I think it was his manager. I don't know who was with him. But the other guy was really, really nice. And we were just talking for ages, talking about music. And he said to me, he was like, so what do you do? And then my boy was like, oh, he's a singer as well. And then he was like, no way, like, what do you make? And then like I told him. And at the time, I just released like my first song from like this whole like new era, like my debut song. And at the time, it was number 2 on the R&B charts on iTunes.
That's it.
Yeah, it was cool. And then my boy was like, oh, he's like number 2 on the R&B chart on iTunes. And he turned around, Lewis Capaldi turned around to me and he was like, you're doing it, man. You're doing it. You got to keep going. And I was like, thank you. Like, coming from like a multi-platinum selling artist, I was like,
for you.
yeah, I'm nowhere near
That
you right
shit
now.
turn
But
you the fuck up.
yeah, like it turned me up. I was like, okay, cool. Like, it's really like, it's something that's achievable, you know?
You spoke with Bieber as well on TikTok
Yeah.
Live, didn't you? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
Did you not? Yeah, did you not see that video?
You on live with Bieber, bro?
It's
This is
crazy.
ages ago. I remember seeing it.
You sure it weren't just the AI one? Because I was on
Nah,
live
bro,
with
it
Ronaldo
was Justin
once.
Bieber,
Nah, it
bro.
wasn't. So-
it was Justin Bieber.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite stories actually. I always tell this to people in
It
my
would
life.
be one of your favorite
It was,
stories.
yeah,
Innit? Like probably like top
My
10
favourite
most
story.
famous people in the world went live with him.
Yeah, so for me, like when people say, oh, like, who do you look up to as a musician? For me, like probably number 1 spot aside like Michael Jackson is Bieber, because growing up, it's like Bieber was the man, innit? And
Yeah.
he's incredible at what he does, and I think he's such a good artist. And I love his music, obviously. And he's a couple years older than me. So like when he was getting famous, I was at the sort of age where I was like, oh, he's similar to like my age. Like I want to do what he's doing, sort of thing. So I was at home with my boy Paul one day, who shoots everything for me. Shout out Paul.
I met Paul when I
Yeah,
came to-
yeah,
he's a
Paul,
good guy.
he's my boy, Evergy Visuals. So we were just chilling, sitting on the sofa. We were planning a shoot for the next day, and I got a notification on my phone, and it was like Justin Bieber is live on TikTok, and I was like, okay, cool, like let me click it because he never really goes live on there. So I've clicked on it, and he had his guest box on, and I'd never used a guest box before. When I go live, I only do like, you know, when you do like a dual screen, and it said send request, and then Paul was like to me, said like click the button. I was like, okay, cool. So I've clicked it, and then I've got it on in the background, and like there's loads of he's joining like fans, but the majority of them are like getting on there and screaming. Like they get on there, they're like, oh my god, like I love you. And he's like, thank you so much, and like, and that was it. Like on to the next one. And then we were sitting there, and then my phone, like, you know when you can, the phone's in the corner of your eye, and like you notice the lighting change. Something popped up, and it said, would you like to go live? And it gives you like 5 seconds to accept it. I've never clicked a button so fast in my life. Like I was like, yeah. But before that happened, like we were talking, and then Paul looked at me and he was like, he's gonna accept. And like, you know, and you just feel like it was like an energy. And I looked at him, I was like, he's gonna accept. And then 2 minutes later, I said, would you like to go live? So I clicked the button, and then it just went dead. So like you could have heard a pin drop in the room. It went dead silent, and he was like, hey man. And like Paul, I was like,
Get like butterflies or no, like that.
bro, do you know what it was? Not being in like shock, but you know when you're just so calm in a situation, it's like you're kind of. I was taken back by it because I didn't know whether he was going to accept or not, because there was hundreds of thousands of people,
bro,
like obviously it's trying to get on the live. And then he picked up and he's like, hey man, I was like, oh, what's good, bro? Like, how are you? He's like, I'm good, thank you. He's like, oh, so like your name's Zach? And I was like, yeah. And the whole time I didn't know that my camera was off. It was just my audio, but I didn't know how to put the camera on because
that's that recognition from people like seeing your face.
And I've never used the guest box before with the camera, like, so I didn't know that.
Wait, so
you
it
could
stayed like
do
that for the whole video?
Yeah, but it was cool, like, because we had a conversation. We spoke for about 5 minutes as well. It wasn't like a quick conversation. I was just asking like where he was, like what he was doing. He was on tour. I think he was like on like a break. And we were just speaking about music. He was like, oh, so you do music as well? I was like, yeah. Told him about my music. He was like, what sort of music do you make? And the way I described it is R&P. So it's like R&B, but a bit poppy. And then he was like, oh, cool, man. Like, I really like that. Yeah, he's like, I like that. That's literally what he said. He's like,
I haven't actually watched the video, by the way. That was
yeah,
just
that's mad that you said that, because that's actually what he said. He's like, I like that. And then he was like, oh, like, so he said something else about my music. And I was like, oh, I've got new music coming out. I was like, I'd love to send it over to you. And he was like, yeah, hit me in the DM. So I was like, okay, cool. And then like the conversation carried on and we was talking about the weather for a bit. And then, I was like, listen, I'll let you go. And he was like, it was nice speaking to you. Hit me in the DM, whatever. And then I hung up the phone and it was about midnight our time. And I hung up the phone and I just froze. I was like, what has just happened? My boy was like, you just spoke to Bieber. Like, it was mad.
Yeah,
It was
literally
like,
just on FaceTime with Bieber.
yeah, bro. Like, it was crazy.
Did
he
send
reply
in the
to your
songs
DM?
in the-
I no, he didn't reply to the DM. Not as of yet.
He's
Oh,
fake as fuck, man. He's not a
JB,
real
man.
one.
No,
Fuck,
do you know what it
man.
is?
Lying.
If you think about it, right? Even
No,
if
ratings have gone down for
nah, it's my boy.
JB, man.
Even if he had a whole intention of replying to my message, by the time like I've come off the live,
Yeah.
gone to my thing, sent it to him, he's had 100,000 messages in the meantime. It probably would have been impossible for him to find it.
Hit him
So-
again now. I don't know if you remember me.
Yeah, no, do you know what?
Hit him again, bro.
What, right now?
no, not right now, but
Yeah, no, I'll hit him. And luckily, I got Paul to film that interaction. Like, he filmed the whole thing. So the next day, like I text my manager as soon as it happened. I called my manager actually. As soon as it happened, like I went and told my parents, and like my parents were asleep, and I was like, "Yo, like I just spoke to Bieber," and they were like,
shut up.
"What?" Like, yeah,
Why
they
the
were-
fuck you waking me
Yeah,
up?
they were
You went to
like,
sleep.
"What?" And then I called my manager, and I was like, "Please tell me you just saw that." And she was like, "No." And I told her, she was like, "Are you joking?" And yeah, so then like,
And you got it
she
filmed.
was
You got
gobsmacked.
you actually got you
So
being filmed
Paul-
on the phone.
Yeah, Paul filmed the whole thing, and then I was like, "Well, I've got to put it on TikTok." So then I uploaded the video
blow?
the next day. It got like 1 million views.
Dope.
It's like my only 1 million views. Like I've had clips go viral before, but in like the hundreds of thousands, like 200, 300k, 400k.
Yeah.
But this like shot up. That whole day it was just climbing 100k, 200k. It was climbing and climbing and climbing. Like I was filming something as well, and like everyone was like, check your phone. And my phone was just going and going and going. I
Yeah,
was
it's
getting
crazy,
back followers.
bro.
It's such a like surreal feeling. Like,
When the
you have
algorithm
when
on
you're saying
TikTok
go
starts
viral.
moving crazy, bro, like
it was like-
it's a bit like whoa.
It was like a trampoline. It was one to the next to the next.
It's that first one that goes crazy, and you keep checking your
Yeah.
notifications. It's like it's actually like addictive though. It actually is the dopamine that you get from it. It's a
Yeah,
joke.
but they know what they're doing as well, bro. Because then
Yeah, 'cause they want creators to create more. Yeah,
You're doing whatever you can to get that feeling back.
And then it got to a point where I was going live on TikTok, and obviously the algorithm pushes your video out at different times. So this could have happened last week, right? And I'm live a week later, and everyone was. It's got to a point where people were coming in and like not abusing me, but they were like, "Where's Justin? Then you're lying. Like you're not on live with him." So people might have like, I think some people took the video as in like, I'm live with him right now. And then like they were for like a solid 2 weeks, people were coming into my live like, "You're a liar. Where's Justin? You're not live with him." And I was just like, "Please just refer back to the video, check the date on it." And then it was just crazy. But for me, that was like one thing of someone I look up to so much, and it's not even just like, oh, like I've come across him or I've seen him in the street, I've spoken to him, like.
Yeah, but they're not that far anymore, bro.
Yeah,
like
no.
in MJ's time, bro, there's a young
You couldn't get near
aspiring
him.
musician who would have ever had a conversation with
Yeah, you
him
couldn't
that,
get
do
near
you
him.
know what I mean? Unless it was in a fixed place or it
Yeah,
was set up.
100%.
Like in this day and age, bro, you're one message away from reaching out to your hero, bro.
It's like how Drake moves, bro. Like he just gives like the amount of artists that he just puts on.
It's crazy.
Especially from the UK, man.
They say
Even
you're
Kanye
like,
when he had the whole of the grime scene on stage.
bro, like these things, they say you're, I think it's 7 steps away from everyone in the
7
world.
people. That's what I
It's
said,
like,
innit?
yeah, it's like 7 people away from, someone who knows someone who knows someone who knows Drake, who knows Justin Bieber, like all these people. So it's not like everything's attainable now, I think. Obviously not to an extent, but like with the age of social media and the way that the internet is, you could be on, which is why I love TikTok so much. You can see a video, it's got 10 million views. You scroll down one, it's got 10 views, but they're on this, it's a level playing field. Like you've just seen them both consecutively. And yeah, I think that nothing's far out of reach anymore. Like,
How did your journey? So I just want to kind of switch it up a little bit. How did your journey kind of start? Like when did you realize that you need a manager? Like, what do you? Obviously, I don't want you to take offense to this, but like, what do you need a manager for at this stage?
early stage? No, 100%, bro. So it gets to a point where like you're doing everything by yourself, which is fine. And then, so to tell the story of like how I met my manager and how we came to be is I started going to a studio. So basically, one of my boys was making music, and I liked his producer, Big Zico. Shout out Big Zico.
He does stuff with Young Bane, doesn't he?
Yeah. He's like one of the most incredible musical talents I've ever come across.
You haven't seen me in the studio
His,
yet.
yeah, besides you, bro. His ear is crazy. And so I hit my boy up, and this was like lockdown. Like, this is when lockdown had just happened. So I was writing in my room. I was just getting beats off YouTube, recording, and just writing in my room. Obviously, there was nothing else to do. And then I hit my boy up, and I was like, yo, like, what would your producer, like, will your producer send me some beats? And he was like, I'm not too sure. Like, hit him up, see what he says. So I hit Zico up, and I said, like, yo, bro, like, I'm a big fan of what you do. I think it's like sick. I've been writing in my room. Like, would you be able to send me some beats? And like, we can maybe make something. And he was like, to be honest with you, bro, like, the best thing for you to do is to come into the studio. So I was like, cool. So I've gone to the studio. On the first day that I went, we made a banger, and that was my first song that like I released under like this whole like new era of me every time. It's got like 5,000 videos made to it now on TikTok. It's on like 10 million plus video views.
Cool.
That was one that was number 2 when I spoke to Deuce Capaldi. But yeah, so I went there, and like the vibe was sick from the bat, like straight off the bat. We made that, and then after that session, I was like, what did you think? He was like, yeah, sick. So I was like, cool, I'll come back next week. And it got to a point where I was just going back every single week. And then I didn't really know what I was going to do with this music. Like, I knew I wanted to release it, but I was quite new to like, at this point I had no followers on TikTok as well. Like, I think I had like 20 followers on TikTok. At this point, like, I was like, okay, cool. What's the next step? Obviously, I need to start putting it on the internet and distribute. I didn't really know how to distribute things myself and whatever.
You didn't know how to market yourself.
Yeah, bro. Like,
to reach the masses.
as anyone does at that stage. So then he introduced me to someone who's now my manager, and like, me and her had conversations about my music. She really liked my music. And then he introduced me to her, and we spoke about things, and she said like, right, you should start. Obviously, she wasn't my manager at this point, but she was like, I think you should start like posting more on TikTok because it, like, that's where it's going now anyways. So I was like, cool. And then I started posting more, and then it was like, I'd get like a few followers here and there. And then it got to the point where I was in the studio every week, and we were having like discussions about like what I was going to do all the time. And it got to a point when I was like, well, like, how would you feel about managing me? And she was like, yeah, like, I'd like to manage you, because she really liked what I was doing.
Is that something that she already does for other people, or is it?
Yeah, she's a manager.
Cool.
So like, she's like, she knows what she's doing. She studied it as well, and et cetera, et cetera. So then it got to the point where she was like, okay, cool. This is what like we're going to do. You're going to just keep uploading on TikTok. And then when we feel like it's the right time for you to start releasing music, we'll take it from there. So it got to a point, it was like November, I think, or December. And we just said to each other, she was like, cool, let's try and get 10,000 followers by the end of the year. And at the time she said it, I was like, yo, like 10,000 is a big number. Like, it's a lot of followers. And then I posted one video, I think.
I was gonna say, that's 2-3 vids on TikTok, bro.
Bro.
Good ones.
Yes. Do you see what I'm saying? So it was in lockdown, you know, when everyone was playing Warzone. Like, I was on the mic with my boys, like, and in between games, I'd recorded a singing video, and it was, my face wasn't even in it. It was like half my face. It was a Shawn Mendes song, but it was a voiceover. It was like, put your own voice over these. I don't know if you've seen those videos. It's like, put your own voice over this song. And I sang this Shawn Mendes song in my British accent. And I'd put my, like, I'd uploaded it. I was on the phone to my boy. I was like, oh, yo, like, should I upload this video? He was like, yeah, cool. I had like 2 hashtags on there. I didn't even know what I was hashtagging. I pressed upload. I left my phone on the side. And then I went back to playing PS. And then in the mic, my boy was like, yo, check your phone. And I unlocked my phone and I went on it, and it just started going up, and I was refreshing. It was like 2,000 views after like 3 minutes, 4,000 views, 5,000 views. And it kept climbing and climbing. And by the time I went, like, was going to bed, it was on 90,000 views. And for me, like, I'd never had any video do any sort of 1,000 views, let alone 90 of them.
Yeah.
And then I was like, cool. So then I went to sleep. I woke up and it was on 120,000 views. And I was like, this is crazy. Like, I didn't even know that a video could go. And in the scheme of things, I know people get tens of millions of views. But for me at the time, like, 120,000 views in the space of a few hours.
120,000 people in a room, bro, and you're singing, bro.
Exactly.
That's crazy, man.
It's 2 Arsenal stadiums. So yeah,
Arsenal.
Yeah, of course. We could get onto our club. But yeah, and then I went to my friend's house the next day, and I didn't know that to go live on TikTok, like, you needed 1,000 followers at the time. I don't know if that's still the case, but I had no followers, and I was on like 2,000 followers. overnight. And I was like, okay, cool. Like I posted a video saying, oh, I'm going to go live later. And everyone in the comments, it was a lot of American people in my comments because of the British accent. And they were like, oh yeah, go live, go live. I went live, had loads of views in the live. And then from that point onwards, I was just uploading things like just of me singing. And it was like little videos I wasn't really putting too much effort into, which I find on TikTok. When you don't put effort into a video,
they're ones that work.
It blows up.
Always.
And then
you pretend not to care about the video.
Yeah.
You're
and the ones that
aside.
you proper care about, as soon as it doesn't hit a certain amount of views, you're like, oh, and you go and post like some stupid draft that you filmed last week in the morning before you opened your eyes, and it's done like.
I think it's just the algorithm picks up on the authenticity of it, of like that's what they want. They want a less serious app.
No, 100%.
So like that stuff resonates with more people as well, and it like gives people more things to talk about because you fucked up on that note, or your hair weren't done properly, or and it's a talking point. It's something.
It's real life. Like TikTok is supposed to be real life. It's not supposed to. Obviously, like a lot of the polished stuff does really well, but it's not supposed to be all polished because it's not. There's a disconnect. Like everyone wants to relate. Everyone wants to feel like they can do that.
Yeah.
So
that's exactly what it is. It's relatability.
It's relatability. So then I started doing this thing where I was. Did you lot ever use Omegle? Have you ever been on Omegle?
I've been on like similar stuff, but
with it.
Like when we were kids,
I saw your stuff on there as well.
So that's what. Like my videos were doing okay, and then I did an Omegle series where it was literally like in my kitchen or in my room where because everyone was using Omegle, especially like lockdown, just after lockdown. I'd go on there and whoever I'd come across, I'd be like, hi, can I sing a song for you? They'd be like, yeah. And then I'd start singing like really badly. And then they'd like laugh or whatever. Some people felt a bit rude to laugh. Yeah.
Switch it up.
And then I'd be like, oh, sorry, like I'm a bit nervous. Can I start again? And they'd be like, yeah, of course. And when I started again, I'd sing properly. And the first video I did, it was these two girls. And when I started singing bad, she went to lock it off. Like one of them went to lock it off. And then her friend like pushed her hand away. She was like, no. And I was like, oh, okay, can I restart? They were like, yeah. And
Talking
then
point in the comments there already.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. And then as soon as she pushed the hand away, I started singing properly. And their faces were like, and then like it was that reaction that video blew up, got like 200,000 views. And I did a whole Omegle series and all of them were on like 100,000 views, minimum like 300,000 views. And that's what like grew my account.
That's dope, man.
Have you seen series, man?
Yeah, I know.
Have you seen what's his name? I think is it Mac Miller?
Yeah,
the freestyle guy.
Yeah, I know exactly.
And he asked for 4 words, and he goes, "And I'm going to do a freestyle for you." But
as in like Mac Miller's the musician who passed away, right?
Oh no,
I know who you're talking about, the TikTok guy, and on when
his name's Mac something though, right?
Okay, yeah. I know exactly who you're talking about.
He does stuff like that on Amigo, bro, and he's unbelievable.
And everyone watches him now when they come across him, like, oh, I know you're that guy from TikTok.
Yeah,
man.
bro. And they give him like 4 crazy words, and
Yeah.
he will just go into depth and flows, and like everything's just like whoa.
Yeah, it's musical talent, and I think a lot of people because music is a thing where it's like if you're just a consumer, you might not pick up on things and how hard it is to do certain things, but someone that can just freestyle off the top of their head, like you're a musician, like you're an artist, like you know what you're doing. But yeah, things like that, like people love content, like people like content where you're interacting with other people. It's not just you filming yourself. Obviously that content does well anyways. But yeah, like to go back, I know I've sidetracked a lot here. To go back to a question about what point did I say I needed a manager? When it got to that point where it was like, okay, like I've hit these targets, like I'm coming into the new year with like almost 15,000, like, and we said 10,000 followers by the end of the year. And I think I came into the end of the year at 18,000 followers.
Dope.
Thank you. So at that point, my manager was like, okay, cool. Now let's like start releasing music. So I did a video where I gave people a choice of 2 songs. I played 2 different, like completely different songs. And I said, just let me know which one you want, number 1 or number 2. And then for weeks, it was like arguments in the comments. Number 1, no, I want number 2. I want number 1. I was getting messages like number 1 or number 2. And I posted a few videos, and then we eventually chose number 2. I think it was number 2. My song Every Time, which is
Have you released them both now?
So the one that people chose, I released. The second one, I get like teased about it in my comments a lot on my live because people really want that one. It's that completely different vibe.
People always want what they can't have.
Yeah, people want what they can't have, and they're like, he's holding this song hostage. Like, when are we gonna get it?
Do you know what you need to do? We'll do a marketing twist on it, and then we'll get the Gooms feature.
What, the Gooms feature on the tune, yeah?
Yeah.
Bro, it's like, this is the song that people like, they want, and they're saying he's holding it hostage. Like, whenever new people come in the live, they're like, tell him to release this song, tell him to drop it. Can we hear 5 seconds of it? So yeah, that's ready to...
Yeah?
Yeah, when the time's right. When the time's right.
I don't know whether you saw, the tune was Let It Rip by Koullas or something. Did you see that tune?
No.
that the hype that he created on that song, like that's what you obviously every artist would want something like that, but I'm pretty sure like he dropped the song like, and it was the first song he ever released, and he got like 2 million streams on
Crazy.
Spotify.
What was his marketing like?
Bro, like, it was he didn't release the song for like 8 months.
Yeah, there you go.
Like, I remember seeing, and he was just doing bare videos to it. I mean, there was a crazy remix done to it as well with like some big artists, but I can't remember who. But
It's that 15
literally.
second snippet on TikTok, bro. If people get hooked on it and start using it,
I think
there's no limitation.
I think
bro.
the original one that blew up was like him about to like film the music video or something, and he was there with all his guys like singing the tune, and everybody was just begging him to drop it.
Yeah, it gets like that. Like when people can see that you've got other people invested in you. So that's why I think content
Got
with
hype
like
train.
friends, like, you know, like the whole studio challenge where everyone was like holding the microphone up and everyone's like got their flashlights on and stuff.
Yeah.
When people can see that you've got people around you that are like invested in what you do, and they're messing with what you do, like everyone else catches on to it, because you'd rather watch that than like some sad video of someone sitting by themselves like
Singing on their own and
yeah, like, no, to be fair, those videos do really well. Like sad music is a very, very big thing, isn't it? Because everyone's sad. But
sometimes, bro, like those sad like gym sessions or like those sad car journeys slap different.
it unlocks something in you. Like there's a
Yeah, bro, it feels good.
yeah.
Actually
I have
does.
to close my windows so the people around me
Yeah,
can't
so
hear
they
me
can't
singing
hear what you're
along, bro.
listening to. Like the sad way out.
Windows have to be down.
I want to get into like what actually makes Zach tick. What gets you out of bed in the morning?
Okay, that's
What's your day to day? Obviously, as a full-time musician, you're not spending 12-hour days in the studio. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong,
There's
but
been days where I have, but it's not every day.
yeah. So what gets you ticking, bro? What motivates you? What makes you want to be better?
The way that I look at it is, if I don't do it, there's 100 million people behind me that will kill to be either in this sport or go even further. So it's like, if I slow down, no one else is slowing. Like the world's not going to stop spinning. If I don't carry on doing what I'm doing, no one's going to wait. Everyone will just move on to the next thing. And because people's attention spans, I feel like, are a lot shorter now.
Fact.
If you're not delivering what they want, straight on to the next one. All they have to do is swipe. Like as quick as they swipe, you're out of their mind. Like, so it's.
Yeah, bro, you can't even remember the last 5 TikTok videos that
Do you see what
watched.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
You might have liked them, but that's it. And
Even whilst you're on the app and it's fresh.
do you see what I'm saying? So, and it takes a lot for someone to. It's easy for someone to swipe down. It takes a lot for someone to swipe left. So when you go onto their profile and you're trying to actually see what someone does, so getting up in the morning, it's like, okay, I need to go to the gym. Like I know you guys go to the gym. It's like that gives you the initial feeling to start your day, your endorphins, etc., etc. Straight from the gym, it's like, okay, what can I do today to be better than yesterday and further myself in my career? Because it's not like a thing where you do one thing and it's like, okay, now I'm better off now, like I can go and chill. It's a constant cycle, and keeping your hunger boiling at a nice level is difficult sometimes, I think. But if I'm not hungry, no one else is going to be hungry. It's like, if you don't back yourself, no one else is going to back you. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think seeing other people, and it's never a comparison, because they say comparison is a thief of joy. Like, I don't like to compare myself in a negative light to other people. Like, oh, they're doing this, why aren't I doing that? It's more like, they're doing this, okay, cool, like, let me step my game up a little bit. And just be better than yourself. And everyone's journey is different, bro.
Sometimes
Yeah,
it
bro.
can be hard though not to escape that, like when you see other people that maybe started at the same time you or in the same profession as you, like sometimes it can be hard to be like, oh fuck, like I do kind of wish that was me.
100%.
Like, and you do get envious. It's a natural like human feeling.
100%. 100%. I think looking at what you have and being grateful is like one of the most important things. Like, being grateful is that it puts you in a good mindset, because it's like, look what you have. But wanting more can go two ways. It can either make you behave like ludicrous and out of your character to get to whatever it is that you want, or it can just give you like a natural drive and allow you to get there.
Yeah, that's what it does for me. Like when I don't know, when I see things of like people doing like sick stuff or like something that I'm envious of, I'm not envious in like a way where I'd like violate them for it or something, or like be a dick about it. But like it fires me up and makes me want to like go harder.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I'm saying?
And when you can see other people are doing great things and good things, it's like, okay, if I work hard, I can do that too.
Yeah, it's fact.
And nothing's a given, and you shouldn't really like, I don't expect anything to be given to me. Everything that I can achieve is because I work for it, and like my manager helps me work for it, and my producer works. Like, it's a collective thing. A lot of this music stuff, unless you're someone who writes, records, produces, markets, manages, tour managers, does absolutely everything
Russ.
themselves. Like, yeah, do you know what I'm saying? And I'm sure Russ has a manager. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
if
now he
he's-
does, but like before he did everything.
Yeah,
himself,
like,
didn't he?
and
Let's
it's
talk about US Russ, right?
Yeah, US
he's
Russ.
a G.
Everything.
yeah,
he's a
he's
G.
shout out to Russ because I got a lot of time for him. I think
Yeah.
he's sick.
Yeah, same.
Like his rollouts to his music and stuff are incredible.
I thought you would talk about Russ Millions for a minute.
No,
I was like, what?
There was a point on there was a point on Spotify where their songs were getting like put on the each other's accounts.
Yeah.
Which was so
They
funny.
changed it over to Russ Millions then, right?
Yeah,
because it was
yeah, 'cause-
Russ at the start.
Yeah. But yeah, to answer your question, what makes me tick is the fact that if I don't do it, there's a million people behind me that are willing to do that and more to get to where I want to be. So it's like I gotta keep going. I can't slow down.
Where do you want to be? Where is that?
The goalposts are like as big as they can be, like sold out world tours, create like an amazing life for my family, my friends, and just be because being successful is like, it's relative. It's for some people, success might be one thing. For other people, success is another thing. My idea of success is having my music affect people positively, which it does already, which is like one success that I'm achieving.
On a larger scale, though.
Yeah, but on a much larger scale. Having like, if you talk to most singers, it's like everyone wants to sell out a stadium. So for me, it's like I want to sell out a stadium, preferably the Emirates.
That'd be fucking
Bro, can you imagine?
Could you imagine that? That'd be so sick.
I walk out.
We'll be watching from the Gooms box.
Yeah,
bro.
of
me and
course,
H have already signed the contract 10 years in advance
let's
to have
go.
our own Gooms box.
10 years in
I want to walk out from the tunnel as well. Like I don't want to come out from under the stage. I want to walk out from the tunnel.
But instead, we're not having. You have to have the Champions League song when you walk out.
yeah, and I want the
When he walks out, it's got to be the Champions League song with the
yeah. I want the fire. I want the fire. So
shake hands with the refs and that.
stage.
yeah, do you see what I'm saying? I would want.
Zach.
I would want Mikel Arteta to come and give me a team talk before I go on stage. That is what I want. I want him to come and give me a team talk.
Have you heard his Arteta impression?
Do it.
Nah, you put
No,
me on the
do
spot.
it.
You gotta do it now.
It's so
You gotta
good. It's
do
so right. Give Zach a team talk now, like how Arteta was.
If you are Arteta and I'm about to go on stage, give me a team talk.
No, bro, it's so good.
You
It's
better
so
prove me
good.
now,
It's so
bro. It's
good.
not
It's so
natural, bro.
No, it is. It is.
Is it?
I know you've got it in.
It's
Right,
so
okay.
good.
Well, I'm just trying to think how would he structure the singing, man. Because it's like, I actually came up on my 1 year ago today. The video, did you see it came up?
Yeah.
How was he saying now? Guys, come on, guys. Let's fucking go, guys. Zach, you have to go out. The dancers, you need to be sharp. Do that quickly. Let's fucking go, guys. If I look, let's fucking go, guys.
If I miss a
We need
note,
to get
I'm
the
upset.
energy.
Yeah.
The
If I
energy.
lose a duel, I am upset. Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good
That
one.
was a good one. No,
But
like
yeah.
that would spur me on more than anything to have that.
Just
Like
Arteta.
that. Mikel Arteta give me a
What a
team talk.
handsome. I was gonna
Arteta
see you next
fucks.
Tuesday, and then
What?
Fox. He's got
he
a
does.
wife and kids.
Nah, he does.
What a
fuck.
man. What
He
a
is-
guy.
He's a
What-
great man.
He's a handsome chap.
You wouldn't have thought it whilst he was at Arsenal though that you can't.
He's
that he'd be a manager that like everybody loves.
Do you remember when Arteta scored? We beat City 1-0 at home.
Yes.
Like 30 yards.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like 82nd minute. I was there.
Were you there? Yeah.
Yeah, I was there, and I sat club level as well, like on the halfway line. bro.
lovely.
Like I had the best tickets that I
Yeah,
could have
yeah,
possibly got, and that was like the first time that I loved that man, and
I love the first time that I love that man.
that like I was like, oh, shit, yeah, I like this motherfucker. Yeah,
Do you know what it is? I think like I go to the Emirates often.
You got season tickets.
Yeah, I got season tickets.
Oh, well, I actually go to North London Derby.
Are you? Yeah.
Yeah,
You got tickets.
I got my uncle got accepted in the ballot, and he can't go, so
Oh, beauty.
I'm taking
yeah,
my
what
cousin.
a touch. It's gonna be a good game.
yeah.
It's the energy and a lot of the things that. So I watched an interview about them. You know, I think it was Odegaard doing like the basketball celebrations, and they were saying how a lot. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Mikel. They've implemented a lot of
DMs you.
Yeah. That
Zach,
was
you were
Zach.
wrong on the Gooms podcast.
They've implemented a lot of basketball tactics into football, like the way we defend and like they hunt in packs.
And basketball as well, offensively. Sorry
Yeah.
to cut you up, but I actually did this when I was coming through the football ranks as well.
Yeah.
in basketball, they're always working triangles.
Yeah.
So it's a boom, boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom, to move your opponents to open up space and free someone else. And that's what we do in tight areas in and around the box. So I just wanted to bring that in, just so you know I've got a bit of football IQ there. Just
you see how he's like implemented that into what we're doing. I take the same way they're taking things from basketball and putting it into football. I'm taking things from football and putting it into like music. Which is
how?
Just the attitudes that they have and the attacking mindset. Like if I don't go and attack this, it's not going to get done. If I'm on the edge of the box and I can't hit it top bins, like what's going on? Do you see what I'm saying?
It's
and
a good way to look at it. Like,
his ethos and his work ethic, I think, and being so personable, and I think he's created like a really, really good energy around.
So amazing, bro.
Stadium.
He's made Arsenal fans happy to be Arsenal fans again, bro.
It
was bad shit.
On a real though, bro. For the last 20 years, bro. Like there was like, you always loved the club. You always want to see us win and stuff. But it was like, when people would say, who do you support? You'd be like, Arsenal. And you're waiting for them to go, ah! Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But like now it's like, yeah, I'm a Gooner, bro. Like, and you can say it with your chest and be like, yeah, I'm happy with my club. I'm proud of my club type thing. It's
for
like,
me, we're royalty. We're the only ones with a golden Premier League trophy. Do you know what I'm saying?
Bro, they did the golden kit, man. All ready for that gold badge, bro. And it's just
beautiful. Do you know what it is? I just think that
heartbreaking.
Things will happen in the time that they're supposed to happen. Mm-hmm. I believe that in life, like everything in its time. But just being an Arsenal fan is like you couldn't be more proud right now.
I think we're coming into a really
lovely,
exciting phase
era, 100%
for us. Like I feel like we're
maybe
also
it's like tied. Maybe Arsenal winning is like tied with us as a collective.
Nah, this is what I was just about to say, bro.
Arsenal win.
Like we're coming into the stages of our lives now where like it's accessible for us to go to Barcelona for the quarterfinal of the Champions League and go and have these nights. When we were younger, we can't do that unless Pops is pulling out from work or going whatever.
100%.
Now it's like in a place where if we get into the Champions League final, we might be able to sort something. We would get there. Or like, do you know what I'm saying? Like it's coming into the perfect time where we can actually go on these trips and these journeys with Arsenal as like adults and really remember it and cherish it and have the memories with it.
Not 100%. Because if we don't, like, it's going to get to a stage where we've got kids and they're like, oh, did you go to this? And it's like, no, I didn't. What do you mean? Like, whenever I go now with my dad and like we'll talk about old games or whatever, I'm like, oh, do you remember this? He was like, yeah, I was there. Everything, I was there. Like, my dad was there. Like, Champions League final, obviously it wasn't.
That's one thing I'm so envious of, bro, that you're close to the club, man.
Yeah, it's not far from me at all.
Your old man probably knows my old man. My old man used to have a season ticket as well.
Oh, is it? Yeah,
yeah.
Probably.
The kids
the whole stadium. Right, Goss.
No, the Greek community, like everyone knows each other. But yeah, and like in terms of,
could you imagine?
Or Pabritzas.
Yeah.
Sorry, bro. Go on. What were you saying?
No, just like the fact that the energy is so high in the stadium, and it's like you go away from an Arsenal game and you're up there like a Bournemouth.
Do you know, it's not the same though in the sense of like before you didn't expect us to win.
Now
it's like
we
if
have
you go
to win.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is?
So like the 4-0s are a bit boring.
Bro, it got to a point last season where like I was talking to my cousin about it. My cousin moved to Canada, but he was like, obviously he watches religiously every game, and he messaged me. He was like, we need to stop winning in the 90th minute. He was like, my house can't take it because he's just running around just like smashing things up, doing knee slides in the front room. Like,
did you say Bournemouth?
That was the best game I've
Nelson?
ever been to. Yeah,
was that
was
Nelson?
The best game,
bro.
I
was around my living room, bro.
But
the thing is, bro, 92 minutes, 93 minutes, like I kind of had a feeling we were gonna score.
I was like,
you
when is it
always
coming?
have a feeling though, even when we're not gonna score. I feel like I always have that.
Nah,
feeling.
I don't
like
know. My mum was like, "Oh, we're gonna drop points, this, that, whatever," and I was just chilling. Like, I was sat sofa, Arsenal top on, snuzzing lip, like chilling, waiting for it to just hit the back of the net, bro. Like,
bro, do you know what it was like? So I was there, and
what an experience being there for that,
bro. And I'd been to obviously every home game last year I went to. I was at the Man United and Ketia 90th minute winner. And when we went 1-0 down after like 10 seconds, I was just sat there like this. I was like, okay, cool. When are we going to score? Like in my head, I was like, when are we going to score?
Yeah.
And we went 2-0 down. I was like, right, someone needs to score now because like I need this score train to take off. The first one went in. It was Party's the first one. And then Ben White was the second one. As soon as the Ben White one crossed the line, because they had to check it. I think he waited for his watch to vibrate. As soon as that crossed the line, I was like, we're winning this game. Like, I don't know how we're doing it. I don't care how we're doing it, but we're going to win this game.
I love how much of a religious Arsenal fan he is, bro. I don't think we've ever had this on the pod before.
It's nice.
You actually probably are our first external Arsenal fan on the pod.
Really?
I think so, yeah.
I think
never
you're
had
our
a
first
Gooner?
musician as well, bro.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's true.
I'll take it. Gooner musician. Like.
Yeah.
Quickly, change of topic. Who are your top 5 artists?
Of all time or right now?
We'll go right now.
Right now.
Fuck that. Let's go all time.
No, because we've already heard his all time though.
No, he does. You just said Michael Jackson. That's it.
No, it was,
Yeah,
you
right.
said Usher. You
If-
said Boyz II Men. You said like.
If we're
quite a
going
few
all
people
time, maybe in order, Michael Jackson. For me, Justin Bieber. So, and like, this is disclaimer. This is like, I'm not expecting everyone to have the same.
Nah, bro, it's you,
opinion,
man.
yeah,
but
it's
this
you.
is
It's
my
your opinion.
opinion, innit?
Yeah, yeah.
Michael Jackson, Justin Bieber, Usher, Frank Sinatra, of course. Frank Sinatra is like with Michael Jackson. So that's 4. The 5th,
No space for Breezy.
I'm waiting
Breezy.
for it. I'm waiting.
Eh?
It is Breezy.
Breezy.
Oh,
I was
waiting
gonna
for a
say, bro,
different
you
name.
can't say MJ and not hit Breezy.
no,
then.
it's
I was
Breezy.
waiting for Drake.
I know
man.
you're waiting for Drake, bro, but that's not really Zach's vibe, though, is it?
I love Drake, and Drake is in.
Do you mean
I
bro,
wanna
Drake
put-
does something for everybody?
Nah.
That's why Drake's.
I
Listen
think-
to the
do you know what
5
it
names
is?
he's just named, bro. Drake does not sit in the same category as them lot.
Drake's in everyone's top 5 regardless. So
He's
it's
just
like
trying to be a bit different, bro. He's trying to be a bit edgy and that, not have
It's-
Drake in there.
no, but listen,
the
I
clip
love.
that we put on TikTok from that, everybody's gonna be fuming that Drake's not.
Oh no, we
no
have to cut
Drake.
that. No, Drake.
Stop going for Zach
If we're
in the
going,
comments.
it's like Michael Jackson and Frank. Michael Jackson's head and shoulders above absolutely everyone. I
Yeah.
personally believe. And then you've got Frank Sinatra, Bieber,
Usher, Breezy. Or
Usher.
Breezy,
I'd say Usher and Breezy are like tied.
I would switch with your top 5. I would
Breezy.
switch Breezy and Usher,
Of
and
Usher,
then
yeah.
maybe even potentially Bieber and Breezy as well.
Ma-
Just because of on all aspects, like you said,
yeah,
to be an artist, to sell yourself, to have
Yeah.
the look, to be able to sing in his game, to be able to dance and rap.
yeah.
Like,
It's a lot.
what can't he do?
Chris-
Like,
Chris Brown is this generation's.
yeah,
Michael
the
Jackson,
closest
without
thing
a
to
doubt.
it, and
Yeah.
what happened with obviously with Riri put a massive hindering on where I think he could have gone.
Didn't Rihanna hit him first though?
It doesn't matter, bro. It still happened. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, no.
it happened
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
brought him back a lot. So
But yeah, I'm putting Drake in
Okay,
there as
that's
well.
big.
I'm putting Drake.
wait.
I'm
Who
putting
you taking out
Usher.
then?
I'm putting Usher and Chris Brown on like.
You can't
Level
make
name.
the
Nah,
top 5.
Why
6,
not?
no.
He's made Frank Sinatra and MJ have both got top 1.
No, not top 1. MJ's top 1.
Okay,
There's
okay,
no
okay.
discussion.
So then 2.
Usher, MJ's top 1.
Yeah. Top 1%.
So MJ's top 1. Like, there's not even close. MJ, Bieber, Breezy, Frank Sinatra,
I persuaded him with a Breezy.
Usher, and Drake.
You can't,
That's
bro.
it.
You can't put 6 in your top 5.
Why not?
You can't do that. It's against the rules. Is Drake in it or is he out?
I've got to put Drake in there.
So
It's-
who's
Drake's-
leaving? So who's leaving?
Who am I kicking out of this five-a-side team?
No, you gotta say,
Five
listen,
aside
bro.
team.
Like, unfortunately, you got your notice now. You gotta go, G.
I can't pick. Can we just leave it at top 6? no, he's not having it.
Nah, we'll leave it.
Yeah.
Leave it.
But yeah, that's my top.
I think my top 5 is like very. It's not as like. It's more current, to be fair.
What is it?
So because I got
say
into
Drake,
I
Breezy,
properly
Zach.
got into music from like
yeah.
I
Good
probably
answer.
got into music like around like the age of like 13, like 12, 13. That was when I got like real.
What was it
obsessed
before
with
that?
music.
Like football?
Nah, not really.
Lego.
Lego? Oh, you like Lego?
I
yeah?
actually did used to like Lego.
Lego's
but
lit.
nah, before that, like, it wasn't even like that. It's just, I always liked music, but I never had, like, anything to listen to it on. Like, it was only in the car with my mum.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, no, I feel
and shit.
you.
So, like, it was just CDs. I didn't know who I was listening to. It was just on the radio or CDs.
Yeah.
But, like, when I discovered YouTube to MP3 converter on back on my
Oh, that's the
iPhone 3,
one.
bro, like, and I was just downloading.
I still use that
Like,
now.
I forgot do you actually just to download all these songs?
No, to like if I find a beat on YouTube and I want to
Yeah.
write.
Oh,
like, I'll just
for
use it.
videos we use that as well.
Yeah.
But it's like I can't remember what the website was called, but I used to go on there, bro, and you could download like a whole album. And that's
Yeah.
what got me into music.
LimeWire?
I could do that, bro. Ah, fuck knows. It was like
Like-
black and blue.
Okay.
I forgot what it's called.
Wasn't it just
LimeWire.
MP3 converter?
No. That's what it was before. But like then, like within a couple weeks of like using MP3 converter, I went to Stelb Sadah's house, and he found this website where you could download like a whole album, like with the photo and everything.
Oh,
Just sick. Yeah.
But yeah, go
Um,
on. Who's your top
So,
5?
yeah. You started just.
No, I said Drake, Breezy, Zach. I don't know, man. fuck with
It's
a lot
hard.
of people.
It's harder than you think.
I actually think I'm gonna be a bit like cheeky and maybe even throw Dave in there.
Dave's incredible talent,
bro. Like, yeah, I really fuck with Dave. J. Cole, I think he's brilliant, but I don't know if I'd put him in my top 5 because I don't really listen to him as much as I kind of should if he was in my top 5.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's tough for me.
It's
bro.
hard, right?
Yeah, it is
I just
one.
love music, bro. So I can't, like, when you say to me, who's your favorite artist? Like, the first 2 names that come to my head are Drake and Breezy in that order.
Yeah, of course.
After that, it's like whoever's dropping shit that I fuck with. That's,
I forgot
I
to
can
put
say-
Whitney Houston in mine as well.
No, it's top 7 now.
Yeah, it's top 7.
MJ, but speaking of MJ as well, I actually like have old videos of me like at big Greek weddings, like they drop Michael Jackson, Billie Jean, bro. And I'd get a hat, a glove, and I was in the middle.
Yeah,
circle,
you can't not. It's
popping everything. Yeah,
timeless music, bro.
Yeah, bro.
It's timeless music.
I was him.
Speaking of artists, I saw The Weeknd in concert recently. I saw him in July. Crazy show. He was incredible. Like, do you look like The Weeknd or not?
No,
I listened to a couple of his older songs. I don't really.
Yeah.
I mean, Popular is that recent tune.
Yeah, big tune.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
big
Tune.
big
But
tune.
it's
I wouldn't put him in
you
my
know, like
top
his-
5, top
You
10.
wouldn't, yeah.
Nah, I wouldn't.
like
I would-
Wicked
I would-
Games, Absolute Banger
Big,
Morning,
big,
bro.
big
Like
songs.
tunes from back then. Like
Yeah.
the Weeknd when he
The
went a bit
Birds.
edgy, I don't really fuck with.
Yeah, fair.
Well, I want to hear your top 5. I actually don't think you've ever told me your top 5.
Me. I don't know
Drake's
if I
in
can.
there. I know
Yeah,
Drake's
no,
in
Drake,
there.
Drake,
Drake's is
Drake, Drake
number
without a day, Drake without a Drake without a doubt is number 1. Like facts, he can do everything, bro. He's that guy, selfless, puts everyone on. Like he's that fucking guy, bro. I can't give you the rest in order, I don't think, but Tory Lanez is definitely up there for me.
Shit, very talented.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Incredibly
what about Tory?
talented. Can do everything as well. Rap, sing,
Yeah, the
different
talent.
languages, different
Shoot
accents,
people.
bro. Shoot people.
We're not discussing that one.
So Drake, Tory Lanez. Fucking hell, it is tough, isn't it?
It's harder. I told you, bro. It's so much harder
tough
than
as
you
fuck. I've
think.
got 2 and I'm like, shit. I think Bryson Tiller's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bryson Tiller's a banger.
Trap Soul's the best new R&B album of this decade, I'd say.
I disagree with
Big
you.
statement.
Or the last decade. Along with Summer Walker over it.
Playboy by Tory Lanez, personally.
Yeah.
That's an album.
You got Trap
bro.
Soul defined the whole genre, though. Trap Soul. He defined the whole genre.
I do hear you, bro, but how good is Playboy? Have you listened to it thoroughly? Bro?
Whole discography.
Classic album.
Wait,
Yeah.
so good.
what's the Oh, I'm gonna sound so basic now. Drake's album when he's got the blue head in the clouds.
Nothing was the same.
Is that Nothing Was the Same?
Yeah.
Is that not in the last decade?
That was 2011, I think, actually. Yeah.
Oh shit! Oh, so it's
Yeah.
not then.
It wasn't an R&B album though.
And
I
it's
wouldn't
yeah,
say.
for me that's different. Like it's not.
It's got everything. It's got R&B.
Bryson Tiller's
rap.
R&B in it. Like it was
Straight
Trap
through.
Soul.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Bryson Tiller's sick though.
He's
so good.
What a talent. I'd love to work with him.
Fuck knows who else though, man. I actually don't know.
You see what I'm saying? It's so much harder than what you
You
think.
just said something, and I'm just gonna pick up on it because H ain't finishing. Maybe have a think.
No,
and
no,
come
no,
back
no,
with it.
go. Because I can't
You just said you'd love to work with Bryson Tiller.
Yeah.
I want to know actually then your top 5 artists that you'd love to have a feature or be a feature
That's
on
sick.
their song.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
the
all right.
Drake feature has to be in the discussion here because
Drake
that's putting
is
you on for life.
Drake is.
Yeah, but
Dra-
what Drake though? What? Because you can get a lot of different Drakes.
You get the Drake feature, you're put on for
I want
life.
Marvin's Room Drake.
Bro. His new album's
He's
gonna
trying to
be
get
like
me.
old Drake.
I
He's
want
trying to get me
Marvin's Room
crying
Drake.
in a room with
Yeah,
a glass
nah.
of red, bro.
Listen,
like,
Drake is in my top 5, innit? Drake is in my top 5. So the artists
top 5.
the artists that I'd like love to work
Oh,
with.
Brent Faiyaz.
Oh,
be
Brent's
up there, bro.
incredible. He's coming to London actually.
Are we linking him or what? Does he want to come on the pod?
I met him.
Did you actually?
Yeah,
You met Brent?
I met Brent years ago. I met him in 2018. I met him. He was in Box Park, Shoreditch.
What, just
For
chilling?
real?
So I was in Box Park.
Did
and
you
I was-
recognize
He wasn't
him,
that
though?
big then, was he?
He was big in America, not as big over here. So I was I was about to perform. I was just doing like this little open mic thing in Box Park, and then someone was like, "Brent's over there," and I was like, "What?" And then I'd like put my head.
Who's that?
That was bro. The North London.
That was so North London, innit? I put my head round the corner and I just saw him chilling there. No one was bothering him.
Yeah.
I kind of like
No one had a
walked
clue.
over.
Did you know who he was then?
Yeah, I knew who he was. And I was walking over really slowly and I was like, all right, what am I going to say to this guy? Because it's not like everyone's approaching him, so he knows why I'm coming up to him. So I went up to him and I was like, "You're Brent, right?" And he was like, "Yeah, man." Like, he's proper chilled out. I was like, "Yo, like, I'm a singer. Like, it's nice to meet you. Like, yeah." Like, I didn't really know what to say, but I was like, "How come?" I said to him, "I was like, how come you're in London?" I think I actually said, "Why are you here?" I was like, "Why are you here?" Like in the middle of Box Park,
And
Shoreditch.
then he turned around and said, "What?"
Yeah, he's like, what? But then he's like, oh, I'm here for Fashion Week. I was like, okay, cool, makes sense. And I was like, oh, I'm singing over there. Like in like 10 minutes, he's like, yo, he's like, kill that shit, man. And I was like, thank you. And then I think he had to leave in it. Like his people were kind of ushering him out because after I approached him, I think one two girls came
and then
over.
That's when it starts to get crazy.
It probably would have started. And even if you don't know who he is,
just pretend
when there's people that are like surrounding someone, everyone wants to go and see like who it is.
Bro, we should do a prank of that, bro. That would be so funny.
It'd be so easy.
Walking through the town centre, bro, like put like shades on, like a really like big flashy bougie jacket,
Bro,
and like, everyone like have 4 or 5 of the man then come and like take photos and like, see what happens.
Someone did a prank and he hired like 50 like paparazzi, like fake paparazzi to follow him around, bro, and like thousands of people in the
bro,
public.
that would be such a funny
news
troll,
reporters
bro.
are coming and shit.
Bro, we'll do it on the Gooms Pod account for a TikTok, bro. We'll get some of the man then. We'll go boring, bro. Like get like pair people to come and like to try and take photos with us and see if it works, bro. And we'll just put the drone above us.
1000% it'll work.
Do it.
I can guarantee.
Bro, that would be so funny, bro.
But
I want to hear top 5, bro. Top 5
to work with.
So Drizzy, Marvin's Room Drizzy,
Justin Bieber all day long.
Yeah,
of
facts.
course. Breezy. So I'm really intrigued to see how he works in the studio as well. Like I know his work rate's crazy. So Drizzy, Bieber, Chris Brown.
UK. Go UK for the last 2. Or
UK?
can you not?
No.
Yeah.
Dave.
Yeah.
UK.
Big G.
Still UK for the last one.
No, what, bro? Do what you want. I'm just thinking like we were just going like
Dave definitely. Ooh.
There's some sick, like smaller artists from the UK, like bare underground artists.
Yeah, there's some wavy artists, wavy
like
artists.
ones that are just waiting to
blow up. Like Jim Legacy, I don't know if you've seen him on TikTok.
Even like Skeet, bro, like earlier.
Skeet sick,
bro, so good.
Big tune.
And then my last one, if we're talking dead, Michael Jackson, obviously, or Whitney Houston. I watched her film the other day. Actually, she was, for me, best female vocalist ever.
Oh shit! I just thought of my 5th.
Go on, say it.
Biggie.
Oh
shit! We didn't even go into that, path.
Yeah,
bro, it's so.
Do you know what?
Bro.
When you do a top 5, I feel like you should do a top 5 rappers and a top 5 singers. It's got to be distinguished.
Juicy, bro. One of the greatest songs of all
does
time.
Breezy make it into both categories though? Like, would he be in the top 5 for singer and rapper?
I think talent-wise, yeah, but he doesn't really release as many rap songs. Does that make sense? Like he might rap a verse here and there, but predominantly it's all singing stuff. Right. But talent-wise, he can rap. Like Breezy can out-rap your favorite rapper.
Yeah, but then there's Drake, bro. He can do the Spanish, bro. For like,
bro,
Spanish
I love
music.
Drake.
He can be top 5.
I know what you're saying, bro, but like, I don't think on a talent basis you can compare them two. Like Breezy can rap better than Drake. He's more.
I think Chris Brown's more talented. Like meets the eye, and like I do agree. Like he can dance better, he sings better, but like I feel like Drake from like a standpoint behind closed doors, like the way that he writes, like the way that he moves, like business. Yeah, he is fucking him, bro. Chris Brown isn't him.
He
could be. He's close, but Drake is him.
Go on.
Yeah, there's 2 other artists that I clocked that I'd like to work with.
Making it the fucking. Oh, okay.
Bad Bunny.
Sick. Yeah.
Because bro, have you seen his concerts?
The numbers.
He performs to countries, not like stadiums.
My girl loves Bad Bunny.
Bro, Bad Bunny is like, when you're talking big numbers, you're talking Bad Bunny numbers.
Bad Bunny.
Yeah, like, bro, it's just wavy. And there's an artist, I don't know if you lot know him. He's called Bazzi. Bazzi.
Oh no, Bazza.
Do you know Bazzi? Yeah. So
I reckon that.
He's like, he's cold. Like, I'd love to work with him and Charlie Puth. Have you seen like Charlie? Wow. Bro, Charlie Puth's musical talent, crazy.
Oh, Bruno Mars, man.
I seen him live as well.
That's a top 5 contender.
That he was giving Michael Jackson vibes when he performed.
Nah, he's got that classy, like sexy vibes to him.
So
cool, like
bro.
He'll come out with a 3-piece suit and a hat on, bro, and sing like and make people cry in the audience, bro.
It's like now. I feel like before it was more pop music. Like his old songs, like still slap. Like today I don't feel like bro.
Anything.
You could have picked a better song though.
Banger, bro.
It's a big shit.
When I was your man.
Yeah, come on.
But like now, I feel like it's more of an artistic approach to music. Do you know what I mean?
His stuff with Silk Sonic, like that new stuff.
Yeah,
Smoking Out the Window.
That, bro, such a good song.
Yeah. That whole vibe was.
Smoking out the window.
Yeah, there you go.
Fucking tune.
Me and you have sung way too much this episode, bro. Way too much.
Yeah, I haven't sung at all.
Yeah. Hi, you're a singer. Sing for us.
Like, come on, man, do it.
What, you call yourself a singer and you're not going to sing right now? It's like, yes.
No,
yeah.
me and Chris have a song, by the way.
You have a tune?
Yeah, it's hard as well.
Yeah, look, he's oh.
Let me play it.
Nah, not on the pod. We'll play it after.
Play it after.
Actually, no. We've spoke about it on the pod a few times.
Nah, we're not playing it on, bro. We need to get it remastered.
But the thing is, though, is people actually say that it's like we just laugh at it. Like we just think it's
bro. I can't lie. My verse is cold.
People play it to me after the.
People actually say that it's a decent tune.
That's so jokes. What made you want to do that?
Huh?
What made you want to do that?
Bro, we just used to write bars as a joke in it, like bare funny bars.
Yeah, we was just chilling in the car park, bro, and we were like, "Fuck it, let's make a tune."
That's so funny.
And what was the app called?
Baloko.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of it?
There's like auto tune on there and shit.
No.
Yeah, so like you can put like
We did
like,
a diss track to some of the
I know
boys in the group chat.
BandLab. Do you know BandLab?
Nah,
That's
it's
like,
literally just, bro, we download it from the App Store free. There's like some instrumentals. Me and H are like scrolling for instrumentals whilst the other one's writing
We'd
bars
always
and
try and
shit.
find one. We'd be like, we need like a Tion Wayne like type instrumental.
Yeah.
And then and then you have to put the wired earphones in so the microphone's strong.
Yeah.
So like me and H like sat in like the corner.
Like right next to each other.
ad-libs.
We had like
Yeah.
we had like an earphone in each, and then like one of us was holding the mic. And then,
That's so jokes.
right, like we were literally like coming in and out of the mic, like literally anybody that was driving past us in the car, bro, would probably be thinking, "What the
What are these
fuck,
lot doing?
bro, is going on?"
It's so funny.
But
Yeah,
that
is a banger.
No, what it is, it's actually like
Big chewing panya head top.
no, back to what you're saying though. Yeah, we never mentioned you from Cyprus as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like, I love this stuff, bro.
Yeah.
It's
Am I the
sick,
first
it's-
Cypriot on your?
No.
Oh.
Who else?
Charlie.
Oh shit, yeah.
Charlie. I think. Is there any other ones? I think it might just be Charlie. But bro, like, just
It's sick because we'll grow together, man. Like
Yeah.
I said, this to you in the
bro.
car, like,
and it's
we
like
will-
our little baby island, bro. Our little beautiful island that we all love and cherish so much. Like, we're doing everything that we can to try and put it on the map.
100%.
And it's like we came over here, or our ancestors came over here to give us the opportunities that we've got now. And it's like, if we don't grab it with both hands and doing everything we can
It's like in vain.
for ourselves, and also for like to show somebody, because like, bro, you know, when you go back to Cyprus, bro, and it's like run down, and the kids in the village like have no real drive to do anything. Like, it's a stereotype that the kids in and around that I know anyway are like pretty lazy, just go and do their like strato, which is like the army for a bit, and then that's kind of it. They just settle and like open up a frappe shop somewhere or something, and that's it. Do you know what I mean?
But do you know what it is? That obviously, I'm not saying that this is what I want, but just another perspective to look at it is like, it's just a relaxing life, bro, which they do enjoy.
Yeah, but bro, a 15-year-old kid with any kind of heart or drive doesn't want to relax in life, bro. They want to
in
be
a village,
great. Like, and if we can do it, and we come from where you come from, I think there's something so special in that.
100%. I think
yeah,
that whole like lifestyle over there is so different to, like, one of my boys moved out there to play football and stuff, and I was just speaking to him about how different the lifestyle is, and he, like, some people love it, some people don't. He loves it, but it's just so much more chill. Like, people come to London from Cyprus, like my relatives will come over and they're like, oh, it's so like you've got everything here, it's loud, it's so like busy. It's
that's
like
what we
100
do,
miles
bro.
an
We
hour.
come from Worcester.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You come to London.
But the thing is, though, is that I genuinely think that I could, like, obviously not now because we're building, but I think that I could do like a good 3 to 6 months in Cyprus a year, man. Because although like I enjoy the busyness and like we're getting after it and we're building, like I enjoy that peace and quiet, bro. Like, it's the chilled out lifestyle, like sort of bars and a frappe in the morning, like beach early morning, like that's fun. Like, that's sick.
It is beautiful, bro. I could see myself doing 3-6 months as well. But I feel like we'd have to like have already kind of achieved everything.
Oh, 1000%. Like
it would be like not a retirement plan, but I feel like I could have a house out there and spend a lot of time.
No, when I say the three,
I like the busyness. I like that. Like,
but the way that I look at it is like, you know, like that remote lifestyle that we talk about, which is definitely accessible with music, bro. You set up a little fucking studio in Cyprus, bro. Could you imagine the scenes, bro?
Chilling, yeah.
But like, I don't know, go Cyprus for a month and a half here because fuck it, and then shit, you're back in England, and then you're in Barca, and then you're in like Dubai, and then shit, Dubai's 2 hours from Cyprus, so go back to Cyprus. For
yeah,
like
to
a
be
month.
fair, you know what? The way you said that as well, like shit.
Like, that's sick, bro. Like, Cyprus would be like main base, like, because it's just sick, bro.
Yeah,
and do you know what? I saw a video on TikTok the other day. It was some English guy was saying it, and I couldn't agree more. it's the least westernized European country. He was
Yeah.
saying Cyprus is, and I actually think I agree. He was like, none of the bullshit from all of the Western countries is there. He was like, you just go Cyprus and it's just like traditional stuff,
Yeah.
but it's in Europe.
And
Yeah.
Greek food is like, someone asked me this the other day, and they said if you had to eat like one food for the rest of your life every night, and I was like, Greek food. And it's not even me being biased, like I'd
make
eat
me
it for
wanna
breakfast.
pizza sauce
Yeah. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner every
We're
single
not in
day.
Enfield, so we can't go get one either.
It's
bro.
not.
No, honestly.
Do you have
That's
Greek takeaways around here? Or not
Nah,
really.
But
No.
there's one, but they're like from Greece, bro.
There's
It's not
loads
that
of
good.
Greeks in Brum though.
Yeah, there's a few.
Yeah, there is, but you can't
There's
you
not that
can't
many
just
Greek
pull up to a
restaurants.
shop and get a fucking Zmila of like
Really?
Yeah, you can't do that.
So what do you lot do? You just do them yourselves?
Yeah,
obviously?
every Sunday, bro, it's either Sula or Suvlagia,
Yeah,
pretty
of
much
course.
at my gaff.
It has to
It's
be.
the best thing, bro. It actually is.
Couple of Budweisers, the Arsenal's on.
Yeah, literally, that's what I've missed.
We're playing this Saturday, innit?
Yeah, 3:00 though is a bit shit.
They need to start putting these three. Do you know why they've got the 3:00 games not on TV?
Why?
Because that was the time where people would not have an incentive to go, like back in the day when it wasn't on TV. That makes sense. So
I didn't know that.
because people were working and stuff, they would rather just watch it on TV. So they took it off TV to make people go to the games,
I still watch them anyway.
which is people stream
You
it.
should fucking put it back
I've got a
on.
Greek box.
Yeah, that's the thing is they put it on in different countries, but they don't.
Yeah, but not in English. It's crazy. I'll be so real, but I would be there.
Well,
Yeah, no, I think it's a nice place to wrap it up, man, on the
Yeah.
Arsenal.
we've covered a lot, and I feel like there's more to cover
It's
as
a
well.
really
Yeah,
enjoyable
100.
episode, I'll be honest. We had a couple of like, I don't want to say stinkers.
Oh, he's throwing shade on the other pods.
No, I'm not throwing shade on it, but it's like, just,
Yo,
I'm not throwing shade. No, just me and Chris was one of them. They
Yeah,
weren't
yeah, yeah.
stinkers.
why? What?
I'd say
It
like,
just depends, bro.
They're
have
like
you ever
very
had
average.
backlash from anything that you said on here?
We don't have enough
We've-
people listening to us to have a
Okay.
backlash. Honest,
we have had a backlash before, not from what we said.
Yeah, actually, yeah, shit.
We'll,
Yeah,
we'll explain it to you
yeah.
after. Crazy.
It was involving a guest and like previous actions before coming on the pod that we weren't aware
that you
of.
weren't aware- Yeah, but that's
That
not
came
which
back and,
which
like,
we don't
yes.
actually know if they're true as well.
Yeah, allegations.
okay. Yeah.
But yeah, it was pretty. We we had to
It is
deal with a lot of
intense,
shit
bro.
for about a week and a bit whilst the pod was fresh.
But we
Shit.
we stuck by our guns because we didn't like we don't know whether it's true or
Yeah.
Yeah,
A lot of
and
it's
also
fake,
as well, bro, we take everyone as face value, man.
Yeah, of course.
Like we're not a big podcast with a big team to do big background checks on everyone
Yeah.
before they come on and stuff. Like we're gonna take a guest as face value,
Mhm.
and if you want to come and give us the time to sit and share your story with people,
Yeah.
and we feel that you've got enough stuff to share with our audience and
Yeah.
with us, like, of course we're gonna say come and sit down, bro. Like
Yeah.
we've got like 600 subscribers, bro.
Yeah, but it's
Well,
you're
no,
built- you're
Yeah, the
building.
way you look at it though, 600 people in a room
On
it's a pretty
TikTok though,
filled
you
up room, man.
posted loads of content on TikTok though.
Yeah, every day. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're active, bro. We're posting.
Yeah.
But it's just like to grow a pod now, you need
It's bare tough.
Yeah.
It's tough to
because
grow
it's,
anything.
there's
though.
so many people,
Mhm.
but you also need like to have like a pretty strong fucking network to get
Yeah.
guests with big followings that
the
will
guests
come
the guests
across.
will come. I
Yeah.
mean, we got Zach Koullas on today.
yeah, you have your few
easy
like
easy milli view podcast.
Yeah.
you
Let's
have
go.
you have your few like top 1% ones.
Yeah.
Like is that
Yeah,
is it Koullas or Koullas?
So it's
I don't want to say it wrong, innit?
yeah,
That's why
it's
I've
Koullas. Like
it's Koullas.
yeah,
No, in
Koullas.
Greek, what is it?
Some people say Koullas. It's Koullas.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
good lad. Yeah,
Koullas.
yeah. But I don't want to say good lads and be like, yo, like good lad. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, listen, we're waffling now.
Yeah.
That's good.
Is there quickly before we go? Is there anything that you'd want to say to like someone coming up wanting to be like someone coming up aspiring to be an artist or something like that?
Yeah, because I'm still in that position myself. Like I'm still coming up, but anyone that I could give advice to is just love what you do the most. Like don't let anyone love it more than you. You have to love it the most, and just keep chipping away because you never know when you're on the brink of something big. Like I know it sounds
Fire the fuck up.
sounds cringe, but like everyone's like, oh, like don't give up. But you think about it this way, yeah, there's 100 people that want to be artists. As the years and the time, like the weeks, days, years, months go on, people are going to slowly start dropping out because they're not cut out for it. Like they don't want to do it. Maybe their situations change. They fall out of love with it. By the time you get to 2 years down the line, there might have been 100 of you to start with. There might be 10 of you left. So that's 10 people And then what? It's going to be one of you left and it's you. Do you see what I'm saying? So the more you keep going, like the more opportunities are going to come your way. Because if you stop, then you stopped. That's it. You've shut the tap off. Like there's no more water coming through. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So yeah, my best advice is just to love what you do. Listen to people around you, but take it with a pinch of salt. Don't take everyone's ideas as gospel. And like do your thing and just
Believe in yourself.
be a good person, have a kind heart, and it will put that into the universe. It will come back to you 10 times.
A beautiful soul, man, and I think a beautiful pod.
Yeah, it's a good pod, man.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Tell everybody where they can find you on socials, your music, your latest song, all of that kind of stuff, bro. Tell everyone.
So my socials are all Zach Koullas, so ZACHKOULLAS. My debut EP dropped last year. It's on Spotify, all streaming platforms. It's called Stratosphere, and my latest song, One Way, is out right now. Go get it on Spotify.
Should we
tell them?
New tune,
New music on the way.
Well.
Yeah, you could put like the outro as my song or something.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah, new music on the way.
But yeah,
But I'll do the outro.
nah.
We can go Vegas, so we can go Seychelles.
Go on, then, carry on.
Go on, carry on.
Beautiful, you can be an angel.
You caught him out. You got it.
Nah.
Listen, I know bits of it.
Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in, man. I hope you enjoyed the episode. And yeah, listen, if you want to join the top 1%, because we are in the top 1% of the podcast, make sure you hit that subscribe button and press the bell notification so you get notified every time we release a podcast. We'll see you all next week.
Love. Catch us later, man. Thank you.
What's good, my people? Thank you for tuning into the podcast. My new song, One Way, is out right now on Spotify. Go get it. Just type my name in, Zach Koullas, and it's right there.
We can go Vegas or we could go Seychelles. Beautiful, you could be an angel. Pick up when I'm calling. I'ma slide by yours tonight.